In this tutorial, I'll show you how to reset the location of the ball so that you can have 2 attempts at knocking down the skittles. In the first part of this tutorial, I'm going to make a new blend4web project. I'm going to copy over the Blender file, and I'm going to copy over code into the JavaScript file in a similar way to the previous tutorial in which I added a score. In the second part of the tutorial, I will explain the new code. If you want to work through the tutorial, you will need to download the Blender file and the code from my website. Click Create New Project. I'm going to call the new project My Bowling 4. Scroll down and click Create Project. Click Back to Projects. The first thing I'm going to do is overwrite the new project's dummy Blender file. I'm going to overwrite it with the bowling file from the previous version. I'll then use the bowling file to overwrite the dummy JSON file. I'm clicking to open the Blender file from the previous version. I'll put the file for you to download at my website. Go into the Blender file, File, Save As, go to the blend4web folder, the Projects folder, My Bowling 4, Blender, click on the file and click Save As. To overwrite the JSON file, File, Export, blend4web JSON, make sure you're in the My Bowling 4 Assets folder, click on the JSON file and click Export to overwrite it. Back in Project Manager, click the Edit link, click on the JavaScript file, the .js file. I have the finished code open in a text editor. You can download the file from my website. I'm going to copy over the code and then explain it. The first thing I'm going to copy over is the extra modules. Highlight, right-click, copy, click, right-click, paste. Next to copy over are 2 values that are used when the ball is moved to the left and to the right. I've made the score a global variable. To highlight global variables, I start their name with an underscore character. Right-click, copy, click, right-click, paste. Scroll to the end so that you can see place your code here. In the full listing, scroll down until you can see place your code here. We have to copy over these parameters that release the arrow keys from camera control so that we can use them to move the ball to the left and to the right. Next, copy over the calls to the game's functions. Click, right-click, paste. And finally, copy over the functions themselves. Right-click, copy. Click, right-click, paste. Click Save and Back to Projects. Click the link for the HTML web page and hope that it works. If it doesn't, my tutorial on using the web console for debugging will help you find out why. Fortunately, mine does work. Next, I'm going to go through the code, which is new for this tutorial. There are a few changes to the function checkSkittles. For instance, there is no variable score, it's become a global variable. At the end of function check skittles, the score is calculated and stored in a global variable. In the previous version, the text display was then updated, but now it is updated in a different function. The next function, create game sensors, has many changes. The function controls the location of the ball. The location can be set by the JavaScript code, or it can be controlled by the physics engine. If the physics is off, we can use the left and right arrow keys to aim at the skittles. This short function means I can replace not has simulated physics ball with physics off. At the start of the game, the physics is disabled, turned off, and the ball can be moved to the left or right. And with the physics off, the spacebar can be pressed, the physics can be turned on, and the ball given an initial velocity. The move ball and start ball callback functions were in the previous version, although they have changed. Next is a new callback function, a reset ball callback function. As the name suggests, the function resets the location of the ball and increases the ball number to give the second ball. The function starts by getting the x, y, and z value of the ball. With an index of 2, this is the z location of the ball. If it is less than -20, the ball is knocked over the skittles and is in free fall. In this case, the physics is disabled and the location of the ball is reset. We only want the ball to be reset once. The ball number has to be less than 2, and once the location has been reset, the ball number is incremented. The reset ball callback function is continuously called, and most of the time the z value of the ball is above -30, so the score is continuously updated. Only at the end, when the ball is not reset, does it fall below -30. Then you get the additional message to press F5 for the next play. Here is the create sensor manifold call for the reset ball callback function. No sensors are used and the execution mode is continuous. I'm going to end the tutorial there. I'll put the files used in the tutorial for you to download at my website. To visit my website, click the eye icon in the top right hand corner. If you'd like to subscribe, click the stickman. If you'd like to sponsor my tutorials, click the Patreon link. Thanks for watching and goodbye.